Merlin, Don on the mic. Today we are back again with our Blue Navy leader Kuzan. So this is a leader that at the moment is like a tier 2, tier 1.5 leader. So he's a strong leader but not meta. And I do strongly believe that when the new ban list in August is out there, then this will become one of the meta leaders. Why? Because he's a blue leader, so he has access to this removal engine from the blue color. Because he has 5 life, he's a mono life leader, and because of his effect. So his effect is crazy. There are cards there that as an attribute, for example, so trust these cards and do that. So when this card is a navy card and it says trust cards, you trust these cards, and then from your leader ability you also draw the same amount of cards. So when a card says trust, it's recycle cards for your leader. So this is the right word to use when you play Kuzan, right? If you want a detailed guide, I do have an in-depth guide for this leader, guys, in my channel. Go ahead and watch this video if you haven't already. And now we will go really fast to the decklist, and then I will jump into the games, into the gameplay. So we do have 2 searchers. The first one is tcg, the second one is Sengoku. tcg searches the top 5 navy. Sengoku is really strong because yes, it costs 3, but you trust 1 and you draw 2 and you pick 2 cards, so you don't just throw, you see the top 5 and then you pick 2 of them. Hina, it's a 2k and can also be used as a blocker. Maynard is a 2k blocker. Putting, I don't have to say anything about putting, you just destroy your opponent's big hand. Sabo protects your characters from your opponent's KO effects. Borsalino is like the black one, so on your opponent's turn, 6k, and he's protected from the effects of your opponent. Then we do have Tsuru. If your opponent has one big character on the field, you play Tsuru and he's forced to take this card back to his own hand, or it's a 2k in your hand. And Zephyr, you trust this character and then you return 1/5 cost or less to the owner's hand. Kuzan, he stuns an enemy. Sakazuki draws cards, recycles 1. Monkey the Garb is your Gecko Moria, so you play this in combination with another big character. Ice Block, it's like a weaker version of the Gam Giant, and you have the 2 removals, Red Rock and Gravity Blade. So the best curve, of course, is to go second, play your searchers, play your Borsalino on 4, play your Kuzan on 6, play your Garp and Sakazuki on 8, and destroy your opponent on your next turn. So it's that easy, right? Let's go ahead and check the games. I do have a Rayleigh, so meta games against meta leaders. I do have a Rayleigh, I do have a Buggy, and I do have a Zoro in the end. And this is how you beat these leaders. So when you go against a Rayleigh, Red Rayleigh is like a deck that tries to rush you down. So what you do is you try to control the board as much as possible, and then you will go for game when the time is right. You can't rush them down, right? So we go first here, they go second because they chose that they play their searchers, we play our searcher, and then we play our Sengoku. As you can see, we get to search the top 5, we trust 1 card, we draw 1 card from our leader's ability, and then we get to choose 2 of the 5 cards that we saw with Sengoku and take them to our hand. They play the Monkey D. Luffy 4 cost for the Rayleighs, like the bread and butter. They always play this card because it allows them to do crazy things and buff their Monkey D. Luffy, of course, for the turn. We are on 5, we will play our Borsalino to keep us safe and then attack them again, because we want to bring them also low on life and they don't have any rested characters. If they did, If they did have any rested characters, then of course your first target are the characters, your opponent characters, and then their life in this particular matchup. And remember, if they have Buggy, like now, Buggy can't be KO'd from characters with the slash attribute. So pay attention to that, remember that. Don't forget that when you try to kill Buggy, your character should not have the slash attribute. So they managed to bring us down to 2 life. Now we both have 2 life, but we do have many cards in our hand, and we do have 3 cards on the field, so we are in a okay position here, right? So the first thing that we do here is we try to take care of his small characters. Of course, Rayleigh plays many 0 cost events that are crazy, like this one. Protected his character and give all of our characters -1. Then we play our Kuzan and we stun lock their Luffy and we KO the Sanji. So we control the board here. We control the board. We do have our blocker. And from this point of the game, it looks a little better because we have another Borsalino in our hand. We have 2 Ks. Of course, we don't want to go down to 0 life, so we give him this pudding first. And then he plays 1 Zoro. We give him Borsalino as second Zoro. We block that for free. And then he goes another 5k. We give him our Sabo. And at this point of the game, of course, we still wanna keep control of the board. So we bottom deck his Luffy. We attack his Zoro. And of course, again, this annoying event. And the Sanji has only 3 cards left. And at this point, you can either try to go for game or for his board. I decided to go for his board because he can't kill us on the next turn. If we go like to his Buggy and to one of their Zoros, and Buggy is dead. Now we go to one of his Zoros, but he has only 3 hits, and we do have a blocker and 2 life. And this is the point that he gives up because he does not have any other card to go through. And on the next turn, he will die. He will die because of our board. So Rayleigh, remember guys, control the board and you will win. Second game against Buggy. Buggy with the starter deck support is a really strong leader. What we want here is, because he chose of course to go first is the best card for them, but go second is the best card for us. What we want here is we want to search, which is the first thing that we do with tcg. The second thing that we wanna do is we wanna play Borsalino on 4, Kuzan on 6, and Garp into something else on 8. If we manage to do that with this deck that throws so many cards, we will be unstoppable. So he searches 2 cards, we are at 4 down, you see this Borsalino, what you do? You play this Borsalino. And you see here we have the perfect curve. Searcher into Borsalino, into Kuzan, into Garp, into Sakazuki. This is like a poem, guys. This is like a poem. You sing that, right? If you do that, then your opponent, no matter what he does, it's like there's no way. And now, of course, they use their leader's ability to play the Croc for free, and we don't care because on the next turn we do have our Kuzan who is waiting, right? The hit from their leader, we block that with our leader. Now we play the Kuzan and we freeze this Croc Mihawk. So this Croc Mihawk can do anything at this point. Then we attack him also with our Borsalino. Why? Because we are healthy with 4 life and he doesn't have any big character to do anything to our Borsalino. And on their turn, our Borsalino is also a 6k character, not a 5k. Don't forget that. Then he plays his Kabaji. And he has 2 more Dawns. I think that he didn't have any other Croc Mihawk, or maybe the Crocodile that can also fetch for free another character. So he plays his Kabaji and he attacks my leader. And now it's time to play everything on curve. Do you see that, guys? Do you see that? Searcher, Borsalino, Kuzan, Garb, Sakazuki, and look at this beautiful hand that we have there. We have so many 2Ks because our Sakazuki, what does this Sakazuki does? What does the Sakazuki do when you play him? So you play him, you draw 2 cards, and you can also use his activate main effect. You trash 1 brick and you draw another card from your leader's ability. And you get to give 1 Dawn, to attach 1 Dawn to your leader. So it's insane what this card does. He plays his Buggy now. He drew his Buggy, but this is too late for him to play this Buggy and Mihawk, because he's too late. As you can see, we have established a huge board here, and he always needs to trust cards to use his effects, right? And this is something that he can't afford. So he goes with his Kabaji to our Borsalino. Of course we counter that. He tries to kill our Kuzan next. Of course we counter that. He goes for our life. Of course we will take that, right? We will take that. We don't really care. And then we go 10k with our Sakazuki, 10k with our Garb, and 14k with our Kuzan, and of course we win the game. And the last game against Zoro, or let's sum up the game against Buggy. How do you play against your Buggy? Against Buggy you just go on curve and then all in. So it's, in my humble opinion, a favorite match for Kuzan. So Zoro, what do you want to do with Zoro? You want to ignore the small characters, just hit him face, establish your big characters, and then go for game. Okay, unfortunately we don't have any searchers here. I would play small characters only if they were searchers, right? But we have a really bad hand, and of course I didn't want to leave this activate main searcher alive. And when I see a Cavendish here, I'm like, okay, you know what, I will bottom deck this Cavendish on curve, and this is exactly what I do here. So first we bottom deck this Cavendish and we win some time, guys. We have won us some time, some dawns, and here on the late game we are stronger against decks like Zoro, right? We are stronger because now we can play our Kuzan, we can establish our Kuzan, so we establish a big body, and we will freeze this Cavendish, so he will not be able to get any profit from this Cavendish. So we play our Garb into Kuzan, we get to recycle because of our Kuzan, and we freeze this Cavendish. We do have a Sakazuki as our next play, which is great. And we also have a small blocker, but Zoro plays so many cards that rest characters that it's like, if you don't have a really big blocker, it's not worth it at all. It's not worth it at all. And I think that I did play a small blocker, and if I went back, I would just attach this stone to my leader and attack him like bigger, right? So he tries here to do exactly that, to kill our Kuzan, and then goes to our life. Here stands his leader. And we take that, of course. So we draw 2 more cards with Sakazuki and we recycle this this brick. And of course we go, we attack him, and then we also grab another 2k with our tcg, and we play a small blocker. This is exactly what you want to do, guys. You want to have many cards, as much as possible counter in your hands. As much as possible counter. Bring him down to like 1 or 2 lives without any blockers, if it's possible. And this is exactly what I told you before, guys. So we play a small blocker, but he plays the tcg, so he doesn't care. He doesn't care because he will be able to attack it anyway. So he goes with Perona. I protect that because I want him to attack that with another character as well, and this is exactly what he does. He plays his Hiyori, he searches, because he knows that we do have big characters here. Then he goes for the with Smoker to my life, Bunnies, and guys, if I now look back, so if I went there and played this game one more time, I would have let that card go. Why? Because you will see, spoiler alert, we will lose one of our characters, and this will be the card. So if I had taken this card, I would have been able to safeguard, and it would be much easier for us to win. But how we win here, of course, guys, as you can see, we have only 1 card left. There is nothing else to do here. We just need to go for game. There's nothing else. So we go 9 with our Kuzan, and then we will attach 5 down to our tcg. This is why playing searchers is important, because searchers are also small parties that can also attack in the later stage of the game. So we go 7, 8, 9 at this point. 7, 8, 9, and this is how we win the game, guys. This is how we win the game. As you can see, he has the event, he has the Mihawks, so he can go for game in the next turn, and he has a full board. So what we need here to do is to finish him off with the right numbers. Again, Zoro, try to bring him down to 1 to life, establish at least 2 to 4 characters, big characters, and go for game. This should be your plan. That's my opinion. This is how I approach this matchup. So guys, this was the video for today. I hope that you enjoyed this video as much as I did. Write me down on the comment section below what you think that I did right, what you think that I did wrong, what you think about this leader, what do you think about this leader after the upcoming ban list. Because as I stated before, I strongly believe that this will be one of the best leaders after Bandai bans some annoying cards. Okay guys, this was for today. Thank you all for watching. Peace. Bye.